Silence. In a world where everyone's shouting, interrupting, trying to stand out, silence feels awkward. People fear it. They mistake it for weakness. But silence is power, because while others talk to impress, the quiet ones observe, read the room, calculate. And often they're the ones actually running the game. In this video, we're going to break down why silence isn't a flaw, it's a superpower. How introverts, without changing who they are, can become the most influential person in the room. I'll walk you through the psychology of nonverbal influence, social skills that don't require small talk, and how silence can give you the edge in conversations, strategy, career, even relationships. This isn't some just be yourself fluff. It's a real guide to turning inwardness into advantage. No noise, no flash. And that's exactly why it works. Chapter 1. The Loudness Illusion. We grew up thinking loud equals confident. That volume equals value. You know the guy who dominates meetings, cuts people off, laughs at his own jokes? Yeah, he's not leading. He's just loud. But silence has gravity. That moment when someone says nothing after a tough question, it pulls the room in. In a world that rewards noise, silence is a filter. It separates those who crave attention from those who don't need it. Loudness is often a cover for ego, insecurity, fear of being irrelevant. People talk more when they feel like they're not enough. But grounded people, they let silence speak for them. Quiet doesn't mean empty, it means deliberate. That difference between chasing attention and choosing intention, that's real power. Chapter 2. Read first, speak second. Introverts don't blurt, they scan. While others rush to fill space, you're decoding body language, tone, tension. That's not shyness, that's strategic perception. You're basically Sherlock Holmes in a hoodie. Before you speak, you already know who's bluffing, who's tired, who's overcompensating. This makes you dangerous. The power isn't in talking first, it's in talking after you already understand the room. Because when you wait, you're not just buying time, you're collecting data. The tone someone uses, the way they fidget, the words they don't say, they tell you everything. You see the social dynamics before they become obvious. It's not introversion, it's intel. And here's the twist. While others fight to be heard, you're already 5 moves ahead. You're not just listening, you're positioning. So when you finally do speak, it's not just noise, it's a move. Calculated, precise, and often the one that shifts the whole conversation. Chapter 3. The Power of Sparsity. Ever notice how the quietest person in the group often gets the most attention when they finally speak? It's not mystery, it's precision. They don't waste words. Same with texting. 12 messages, you skim. 1 sentence after silence, you read it twice. Same in conversation. Talk nonstop, people tune out. But pause, observe, then drop 1 clear, grounded sentence. And it hits. Not louder, just sharper. Like Keanu Reeves in John Wick. Barely speaks, but every glance and move has weight. No rush, no explaining. Just full presence. Saying less doesn't make you boring, so it makes people curious. And that curiosity, that's leverage. Because in a loud world, clarity stands out. Chapter 4. Tactical Silence in Action. Let's get practical. You don't need to become a monk, just a sniper with your words. Here's how. Pause on purpose. Before you speak, count to 2. That brief silence pulls more attention than any loud intro. Watch people lean in, reflect back what you hear. Someone says, "I'm just overwhelmed lately." You reply, "Sounds like everything's piling up at once." Boom, they feel heard. Use micro expressions. A nod, a squint, an eyebrow raise. That's presence. You're not on mute, you're tuned in. Ask better questions, not "how are you," but "what's been on your mind lately?" Delay responses. Let there be a beat of silence before you answer. It subtly shifts the dynamic. In Chapter 5, the quiet charisma loop. You don't have to perform to be magnetic. Charisma isn't about energy, it's about presence. Quiet charisma equals calm plus clarity plus warmth. People are drawn to those who feel grounded, not trying, just being. Like saying, "That must have been a lot to process," instead of "That's crazy." Less reactive, more real. Over time, that makes people feel safe, not judged, just met. Your body says it all: relaxed shoulders, steady breath, grounded posture. Eye contact, not to dominate, but to connect. Slower speech, not from doubt, but confidence. No need to overshare, you let silence do its job. That's how you become the calm in the storm. Not loud, just steady. And that's what people remember. Chapter 6. Why it feels awkward and why that's a good sign. Silence feels uncomfortable, not because we're detoxing from noise. We've been trained to perform, it might not just be in conversations. So when we pause, the brain panics, do something. But that discomfort signals growth. Like cold showers, awkward at first, then powerful. With silence, you start noticing more. Micro reactions, pacing, what's left unsaid. And instead of jumping in, try letting the tension breathe. Let someone finish, then pause before you respond. That tiny gap, it creates weight. Silence isn't empty, it's concentrated presence. And once you stop fearing it, you start owning it. Chapter 7. Strategic Social Minimalism. Let's stop pretending everyone needs to be on all the time. You don't have to go to every party, join every convo, fake every smile. Minimalism isn't just for furniture, it's like it works for your social energy too. Curate your input. Pick your moments. You can skip the group chat drama and still stay connected where it matters. You're not withdrawing, you're choosing. Fewer people, deeper connections, less noise, more meaning. You don't need to be everywhere, just intentional where you are. That small shift recharges your social battery in one. And suddenly, presence becomes a choice, not a chore. Chapter 8. The Unexpected Influence. Funny how it works. You say less. People trust you more. You pause more. People feel safe around you. You show up fully present. You become the most memorable person in the room. Not because you were loud, but because you were there. Real influence is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't need applause. It just leaves impact. And presence isn't just mental, it's physical. You're not slouched in the corner. You're upright, engaged, clear-eyed. You hold eye contact a bit longer, nod when it matters, listen like it counts. That combination feels like leadership, even without words. Chapter 9. The Edge of Unpredictability. You know what makes quiet people dangerous? They're hard to read. Not because they're hiding, but because they don't leak. No tells, no extra commentary, just calm, present. In a world hooked on over-explaining, that's unsettling, and that's the edge. You speak less, see more. People adjust around you. That's quiet dominance. And when you do speak, it's deliberate, not reactive. You're not the wild card, just the one they don't see coming. The edge isn't volume, it's control with mystery. Conclusion. You don't need to be loud to lead or overshare to connect. Real presence lives in how you read the room. Choose your words and stay grounded. Now you've got the tools. Perception over performance, intention over impulse. You don't chase attention, you time your moves. Silence isn't weakness, it's clarity, it's control. And in a noisy world, that stands out.